Guys, let's talk about how to stay down through the golf ball. Really important area. Most amateur golfers have this tendency where when they come to hitting the golf ball, they end up sort of standing up. This lends itself to inconsistency with things like contact, but also you start standing up, this club is going to start sort of wafting around everywhere. What we need to learn to do is how do we stay down over the ball so that we can keep it way more stable. Now, the thing that you need to understand about this is that when we see the professional golfer from that side on perspective and it looks like they're very down towards the ball, what we're really seeing is tilts. And the way you're going to get your tilts is by understanding that if you allow your lower body to move towards the left as you turn, as long as your head stays still, that's how you're going to end up staying down over the ball. So one of the biggest misconceptions that I tend to see with most amateur golfers are people that are convinced that they need to sort of do this type of motion and really stay downward. It's not that. It's very much quite the opposite to that. It's actually, if you keep your head still and let your lower body move to the left, you're actually going to be surprised how much of an upward feeling it ends up being. The best way to experience this is with a bit of a rope swing or turning your club upside down. So you take the weight of the club out, similar like this, and doing some left-hand only swings. Because if I do some left-hand only swings, really what I'm looking for is this sensation of like a tennis backhand. See the way my pelvis moves to the left, my head stays still, and this means that I can end up sort of turning nicely through the ball so that my pelvis and chest is facing more towards you guys, but my head stays very much fixated on the back of the ball, and this is what gives me that ability to stay down. Same in tennis, you think of that sort of iconic Roger Federer backhand, his head sort of stays focused as everything else goes very much through. And this is really key. What you don't want to be doing is trying to sort of stay down this way, because all that's going to happen is you're just going to get incredibly stuck. So try to make sure you're doing that. My last little piece of advice to this, and similar to when I sort of say move towards the left, is start to be a little bit more sort of aware of where your weight pressure feels. So golfers who get this movement wrong will either end up sort of standing up so everything goes onto the toes, or they'll end up saying too much on this back leg. What you're trying to do is get more of a feeling that you swing back, and then as you come in towards this impact area, you really want to feel like there's more weight underneath that sort of lead heel and trail toe. That really means that you've got this kind of good ability of keeping that head still, whilst dividing that weight means you've rotated nicely. You start to do this, you're going to have that ability to stay down, give you that good quality ball striking, while still getting that nice whipping motion through the ball. I'll see you soon.